Today we're talking about the concept of highest and best use. Now, when I was back at NYU, Master's Real Estate Development, this was one of the gems that they blessed me with that really changed my life. And it more so applies in the development world, but I want to talk a little bit about how it can be applied in the residential real estate world to get more deals done, as well as in the development world. Because once you have the concept, you can pretty much apply it to anything. In fact, I used to do this on a lesser scale in the residential space before really learning about it. But now that I thoroughly understand it, it's a real game changer. So what is highest and best use? Highest and best use is you're taking a look at a property and you're saying, okay, what can I put here that will yield the biggest return? And the biggest return isn't necessarily just for you as the investor. The biggest return is for the current landowner who you're purchasing it from, and for the investor as well. Let's have a couple examples here, right? This is also gonna get you into a lot more deals. Let's give you an example. Right behind us, we have this beautiful piece of shit ranch in lovely downtown Farmingdale. Now, depending on the property values, you can go a bunch of different ways with this. You can gut renovate it and flip it like we're doing now. You could put a dormer on it. So let's say the market's at a certain point where you can buy these things and gut renovate them and sell them and the numbers make sense. But let's say now there's a demand for slightly larger houses, bigger than first-time home buyer, not for 450,000. Let's say there's a demand now for 750, 850,000. Whereas you'd have to buy this ranch before, let's say, I don't know, make up a number, 250,000 to be selling it at 450. Now, if you're gonna blow it up and sell it for 750, 800, maybe you're gonna pay 300, 325, 350, maybe even 375. Right? So in the residential world, that's the highest and best use. The highest and best use for this particular property is to throw a dormer on it and sell it at 750, 800. Maybe you get to the point where you want to build a new house, and new houses, like in an area like Plainview, are selling for $1 million, 1.2, 1.5. At that point, a ranch, a cape, anything, even a colonial that's older, it might make more sense to buy that, knock it down, and build $1 million plus home. You also obviously apply this to development. When you're looking at a lot, for example, I'm looking at an acre piece of property on the North Shore. It's got one house on it. Half of it is zoned one thing, half of it is zoned something else. What's the highest and best use? I'm going through that process, dealing with the municipality, speaking to the powers that be. What's the master plan? What do they want in that area? What are the constituents looking for as far as development? And that's what we figure out the highest and best use. What is it? Is it an apartment building? Is it a cul-de-sac with 6 single-family houses? Is it an assisted living facility? Is it affordable housing? Is it self-storage? Is it a medical office building? What is it? But whatever the municipality is looking for, or whatever yields the highest, the best investment yield for both the seller and the investor, is the highest and best use. If you like what you see, if you like the education, if you like having a good time with us every week, click that subscribe button, get the notifications, check us out, comment below.